This weekend was a warning to track stars who thought the seasons was still warming up. A former Division III sprinter ran 9.89. Canadian running magazine Nigerian Star answered with 9.84. A college freshman put 2 NCAA records on alert. Then long jump woke up again. Track seasons can change in one weekend. Before this one, the sport still felt like it was building. Athletes were qualifying. Stars were testing form. Fans were waiting for the biggest names to show their full cards. Then the times came in and the mood changed fast. Sam Blaskowski ran 9.89 at the Music City Track Carnival. Kanyinsola Ajayi ran 9.84 at the NCAA East Regionals. Adaejah Hodge kept moving toward the deepest part of college sprint history. And in the long jump, names like Tajay Gayle, Simon Ehammer helped make the runway feel alive again. Marathon Handbook +1, that is why this weekend felt like a warning. It gave several. It told established stars that the chase pack is no longer waiting for permission. It told NCAA favorites that records can fall sooner than expected. It told long jump fans that the event may finally be getting the danger back. The season did not whisper. It shouted. It also gave editors and fans a clear pattern to follow. This was not one discipline getting hot by itself. It was the sprints, college records, national records, and field events all sending signals at the same time. That kind of weekend changes how people watch the next meet. Suddenly, heats matter more, wind readings matter more, lane assignments matter more, first jumps matter more. Every result feels like it could be the next warning flare, but with a pile of results that make the whole sport feel less predictable by Monday morning. And once that happens, the favorites start hearing footsteps before the gun gets heavier quickly. Sam Blaskowski was not supposed to be the name that shook the 100 meters. He came from Division III. He was known to serious sprint followers, but he was not treated like a global threat. His legal personal best before this weekend was 10.05. That is fast, but it is not the same world as 9.89. Canadian running magazine then Nashville happened. Blaskowski ran 9.89 with a legal +1.5 wind. That is a giant leap. He skipped the entire safe step between 10.0 and 9.9 and landed in a time zone that changes how people see him. Marathon Handbook, a lot of fans framed it as the fastest 100 ever by a white sprinter. That is not an official world record category, and it should not be treated like one. But it explains why the clip spread so fast. Track fans love shock, and this race had shock written all over it. Athletics Illustrated, the bigger point is not the label, it is the time. A 9.89 puts Blaskowski into serious company. It makes him impossible to ignore. Now he is in it whether people were ready or not. Marathon Handbook then, Kanyinsola Ajayi made the weekend even louder. At the NCAA East Regionals, the Auburn sprinter ran 9.84 with a legal +0.7 wind. That made him the fastest man in the world so far in 2026 and broke Nigeria's national record. Here on NG+1, that matters for several reasons. Christian Coleman's collegiate record is 9.82 from 2017. Ajayi's 9.84 is now close enough to make that record feel unsafe. 0.02 is tiny on the clock, but at this level it is the space between great season and college history. Ajayi is not asking for respect anymore. He is forcing it. Adaejah Hodge may be the most dangerous college sprinter in the women's field right now because she is not only winning. In April, she ran 10.77 in Gainesville with legal wind. That moved her to number 2 on the all-time collegiate list, behind Sha'Carri Richardson's 10.75 from 2019. That is the kind of mark that changes a freshman season into a historic watch. Hodge has run 21.92 outdoors this season, putting her close to Abby Steiner's collegiate record of 21.80. Hodge already has indoor success, including the NCAA indoor 200-meter title. Outdoors, the question is bigger. Can she turn fast early season marks into championship history? Wikipedia, that is not a small ask. College sprinting is brutal because athletes must survive rounds, travel, team pressure, and constant racing. But Hodge has the speed to make both the 100 and 200 records nervous. The sprints grabbed most of the attention, but the long jump also sent a warning. For a while, Fans complained that the men's long jump did not feel wild enough. The great names were there, but the event did not always create the same electricity. Now the runway is starting to feel dangerous again. Tajay Gayle has reminded everyone that he is still capable of big jumps. He is a former world champion, and when he is healthy, his takeoff can still scare a pit. Simon Ehammer, better known by many as a combined event star, jumped 8.51 in Gutsis, setting a world lead and showing that his long jump talent is not a side story. Long jump is at its best when every round feels like one jump can flip the whole meet. It needs big personalities, big fouls, and big marks. This weekend helped bring that feeling back. The reason this weekend matters is not only the numbers, it is the timing. These performances came before the season has reached its biggest pressure points. Now more names are pushing into the frame. For the women's NCAA sprints, Hodge has made every record conversation feel urgent. She is close enough that one perfect day could change the history list. For long jump, Ehammer's 8.51 is not just a number. It is a signal that the top end may be rising again. That is why the weekend felt like a warning instead of a recap. One weekend does not decide a season. A fast 100-meter time does not guarantee a medal, and a big jump does not guarantee summer dominance. Track fans can crown athletes too quickly after one result, calling the next slower race a failure. The right view is sharper. This weekend did not give final answers, it gave evidence. It showed which athletes may be rising, and which records may be under threat. Records feel safe until someone gets close. Christian Coleman's 9.82 collegiate record is still standing, but Ajayi's 9.84 has put it under bright lights. But Hodge's 10.77 means it is no longer a distant dream. Abby Steiner's 21.80 is the mark in the 200, but Hodge's 21.92 makes the chase real. This is how records fall. The first sign is a time that makes everyone look twice. But chasing records too hard can ruin race plans. The best athletes let the record come through execution. That is the challenge for Ajayi and Hodge now. This weekend was a warning because track does not wait for famous names. The sport keeps moving. A sprinter from a smaller background running 9.89 changes the conversation. A freshman putting 2 college sprint records under threat shakes the field. That is the beauty and cruelty of track. Medals and rankings matter only until the next gun fires. The NCAA championships now have bigger stakes. Every star who thought there was time to build slowly just got a reminder. The clock is moving faster than expected, and nobody at the top should feel safe standing still.